Okay, I think we're live. Okay. Yeah, looks to be the case. Let me just get the stream up on my phone. The chat. Where's the stream manager? Okay. Alright. ASMR stream tonight as I have to speak quietly. Welcome to either Somnium Files Part 3. I am Perry the not platypus. I'm still a cat today. I did try to see if I could get my Quest 2 hooked up to my Shadow PC, but that's gonna have to wait for a little bit. So for now you still have the normal static desktop movement, unfortunately, of just my mouth. Hi Leo, how are you doing today? I don't get that joke. I don't know anything about sumo wrestling, chat. This tea looks good though. I'd drink this tea. I'm aware there's a Hitomi foot camera right now. Oh, you're vibing? Peek.
Iva, let me
I
know
would
if you're
fuck
cold.
up that jump
I'll toss
scare.
you in there and warm you up.
I would suggest putting your heart in there first.
I actually got Konami Date jump scared. I forgot he would show up for a sec. My immediate reaction was one of disgust.
Date.
Yeah, that was
How do you put a giraffe in the
Hasper
refrigerator?
Air.
What?
Yeah, I agree that.
The solution is this.
I agree,
You open the
honestly.
door, put the giraffe in, and close the door.
Why the
What kind of a
giraffe?
riddle is that?
Another
Poor
riddle.
giraffe.
How do you put an elephant in the refrigerator?
Isn't it the same answer? Open the door, put it in, close the door.
Incorrect. The giraffe is already inside. You must remove the giraffe before you put the elephant inside. That is the solution.
Elephant.
Your riddles
Your
get you some
keyboard
work.
has a problem with C and R and F and M. That is unfortunate. Those are very important keys. Well, I'd argue every letter key is important, but I forgot to turn the Streamlabs bot off because that doesn't apply to this game. We'll do that next stream. Yeah. I'll do that next stream. That's okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You are beyond perverted.
Hey, these thoughts are private, okay?
Why? Anyway, it's too late for this. It's too late in the night. I can't. Why did I subject myself to this? Okay. Biblically accurate angel. Sorry, I just felt myself deflate when I remembered the shoebox. The clock is very easy to miss. I feel like that's a very easy. Oh yeah, the picture. Oh, we're back to wholesome. Oh. Yeah, I wonder who drew that. I wonder who drew that. Yeah, very low key stream today, but I think that's
Flowers.
fine with this game. This game does a
an
lot
iris.
of the talking for you.
An iris.
Oh,
I thought those bloom in May.
That's the winter iris. Iris
Oh
unguicularis.
shit! Wait,
They bloom in the
it
cold.
is May. Right now
They
it's
bloomed
May.
just this morning.
In the game
I
it's
see.
November, but I
In the
know
language
it's
of
May.
flowers, the iris means good news and
That's
hope.
pretty cool.
When I saw the flowers this morning, I just knew something good would happen.
Awkward silence. I'm going to die. Anyway, phone. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning so much as well. Oh, did I not click on the door? I did not click on the door. Or the kitchen counter, apparently. Okay. Yay. We've almost done this room. Almost done this room. Oh god. Anyway.
Mr. Date,
I
please
probably-
drink your tea. It's getting cold.
I probably
Oh,
wasn't in the
right.
right mood to stream today either,
We
but
haven't even touched our
I did
cups.
promise I'd stream. And again, as I said, this
Well
game is
then,
very, like,
Let's have a sip.
it's very good for quieter streams, I think. It's very, very good.
Are you left-handed?
Oh.
Dee.
Mom used to be right-handed,
Wow.
but now...
I mean,
Hmm.
that must suck though, right? Like, losing your movement in your
It
dominant
locked
hand.
up on me.
Ah,
Because I can't
see.
imagine controlling anything with my right hand. I'm left-handed. I can't imagine, like, you know, if I just only had to use my right hand, that would suck. I can barely control my right hand. So, you know, that must be difficult to adjust to.
I'm a teacher at the
It's
local
something you
elementary
don't
school.
really think about.
The teacher. Must be a tough job.
Oh, not for me. I love
It's gonna
children.
take us a billion
Even the
years to
struggles and
get through this
challenges
game. I
are
didn't
quite
think it would.
rewarding for
But
me.
yeah.
By the way, I heard that you were friends with the president of Lemniscate, Mr. Okiura.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've
This
known
is
each
a
other for
very
20 years
chill
now.
background music.
It's
I
okay,
used
hi.
You know
I
it?
used this music
I know everything on the
in
internet.
my avatar world on VR chat that I used to have before I gave up on it.
I'm 37.
Because
And Miss Iris here is 18?
Yep.
I made it like years ago,
You were very young when you had her.
and
Yes, just
I
19
never
years old.
updated it, so
What
I
about your
eventually,
husband?
like, I think I took it down. Or I privated it. I don't even
I
have
don't
the
have
original
one.
map file
Divorce?
anymore.
Mr. Date, please.
It's
A
all
bit
right,
more
Iris.
complicated than divorce.
I've never been married.
A
Way
single
more
mother.
complicated than
Yes.
divorce.
Yes, I do.
Mhm.
But I only met her
Luna
twice.
cameo.
Once at
Luna
Renju's
cameo in
wedding,
the
and then
stream.
again just a few months ago. Why do you ask?
No reason. Well,
I
think it's time for me to be heading home.
Oh no. I don't think I clicked on Iris at all.
Mr. Date, we'll
That's
see each other again, right?
You sure you want that? I'm a cop after all. If you ever see me again, it probably
I
won't be
could
under
go
the best
back.
of circumstances.
But I don't
Oh.
think I will.
But
No,
because
I
you're
don't
Mizuki's
think I
friend,
will.
yeah, we might see each other again. She is kind of like my roommate after all.
I don't know.
Anyway,
It's
Be seeing
probably
you.
because in his mind he is thinking about women and shoeboxes. I think that is why. Please, yeah.
excuse me. Well, I should
I
head
remember
home.
like losing it on like the
Alright,
second
take
time
care,
seeing
Date.
this and realizing he said that. I lost my fucking shit. I crashed out, as the kids say now. Be seeing you, oh my fucking god. It's so awkward. It's so awkward. He fumbled
Date,
that.
let's go over the facts of the case.
Bro fumbled.
Good
She
idea.
told him. She told him about her condition like 5 seconds ago. there was no Riz. Well, there was, because it's Konami Date, but you know. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The little eye in the steering wheel.
When we arrived on the scene,
Little
there was no
eyeball.
blood on the horse the body was mounted upon.
Which means the merry-go-round wasn't the murder scene.
He is
Shoko was killed
Schrodinger's
somewhere else
Riz,
and then brought there
where
to
he
display.
is both no Riz and also Riz.
That means Mizuki couldn't have done it. She's
And it's
12.
impossible to
She can't
determine
move a
which
body
Riz
or
he
drive a
is.
car.
Were you considering her a suspect?
That's part of the job.
Extremely
There's even the
charismatic and
slightest
also
possibility.
completely fail when unobserved.
Then
That's
this is
true.
good news. It means
That's
the
very
likelihood
true.
of Mizuki being the killer is almost zero.
I knew that from the start. She would never put her hands on her own mother. She doesn't have what it takes to commit murder.
You know, I think she's perfectly entitled
Don't
to
push
that
yourself,
particular
Tate.
girl boss
No,
slay moment.
I'm fine, Tate.
I think
You
if
do
she
not
did kill
appear to
Shoko,
be
I would have been like,
fine.
yeah, you know what?
Hi.
we
My
can
name is
let that
Konami
one
Date.
slide,
Nice to
I
meet
think. We can let that
What?
one slide.
Date?
I don't know.
I have the same name. What a coincidence.
That's
Perhaps
okay.
he's had too much medication.
Is that fucked up? Is that just me?
Hey, me. Want to play a game?
We can.
Sure, let's play I Spy. I spy
Oh yeah, I
something
forgot he's
round.
insane.
My eyeball. Correct. I win.
I will terminate you.
Oh my god. I can't with this fictional man that's in my brain all the time. I can't with it. Dashboard.
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 Oh, she said it too. Dashboard. Yeah. It's funny, like, going back to this
The
game
estimated time of
and
death
then
is
seeing,
yesterday,
like,
Friday,
you know,
around
even
5
in
p.m.
the new game
The
coming
cause of
out,
death is blood
as a
loss from
side
multiple
game,
stab wounds to the
the
torso.
animations look a lot better. Because
The weapon used to commit the murder
I've said
is
this
almost
even
certainly the
before
ice pick
Nevada
Mizuki
Initiative
was
came
holding
out
when
and
we
was a
discovered
thing,
her.
but
There
the
were no
animations in
fingerprints,
this game
hair,
are so
or other
goofy.
clues left
It's
behind
so
by the
funny.
culprit.
It's like a Gary's Mod stop motion animation at times. I'm saying
The
that from
corpse was found
experience because
tied
I
up
used to
on one
make
of the
those.
horses of the merry-go-round. This makes it clear
Also, I
that
am
the
a
killer
bit
had
sick.
no intention of hiding their
I went
crime.
outside.
Rather,
My
it
mistake.
appears as though it was displayed deliberately,
Our perp wants
I
the
had a
limelight.
weird moment.
or is attempting
On
to send some
Wednesday,
kind of message.
I got up. I bathed myself. I got dressed. Jake is also sick. Oh no! I mean, with me, my immune system's so bad, if I go outside, there's like a 99.9% chance I'll be sick. It's fucking awful.
The corpse
This was even
found with her
before
left eye
COVID,
removed.
and COVID made
That
it
eyeball
worse.
has yet to be found. According to Iris's
But yeah, I had a
testimony,
weird moment where,
when
like,
Ota first
you know,
discovered
I
the
got
body,
ready to go
the
out
ice
to
pick was
Waffle
still
Club,
lodged in the left eye socket.
and I went out.
So
Eventually,
why
on
did
the way
Mizuki have
there,
the ice pick?
I had
Could
to
she
sit
have
on a
taken
wall
the eye?
because my legs were killing me as they usually do. But then I felt really sick. Like the I'm about to vomit type of sick. And thankfully I didn't vomit. But you know, it's that awful feeling that I absolutely hate. And I don't usually feel like that. It's very rare for me to actually feel like that and get that sick. So I couldn't sit on the wall anymore. I had to sit on the floor against the wall. So I did. I did that, and you know, I heard an elderly couple being like, "Oh, are they alright?" But when they walked past me, I said hi to them, expecting like they'd probably ask. They just ignored me. So I guess they weren't that concerned in the end. They probably thought I was like drunk or something. I don't know. But the feeling passed after like 10 minutes, so I got up and continued to Waffle Club, and I had a good day after that. But that was weird. I don't know what that was. I would say it was maybe an anxiety attack, but I don't usually feel like that during an anxiety attack. So yeah, that was strange. At least I didn't fall off the
Perhaps she was
wall and
playing
black out
hide and
this
seek.
time.
Hide and seek.
You know, that
It was
happened
not a
before.
serious suggestion.
That was my
I was
first and
merely
only time in
joking,
an
as you
ambulance
call it.
a few years ago. I dreamt of horses before I woke up.
Iba, can you give me a timeline of the events
I
of the
still
crime?
remember it.
At once.
It was specifically a horse's hooves galloping. I remember
I
that.
wonder who sent that Nile message to Mizuki.
Probably the culprit themselves.
But Mizuki
I'm sorry,
wouldn't
I'm
obey
just
the instructions
rambling
of a
away
complete stranger.
Then
on completely
Mizuki knew the sender.
unrelated topics.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or the
Fuck.
suspect used her friend's phone.
Iba, can you hack into the phone and find out who sent the Nile message?
Nile's
Nothing's
security
changed
protocols
with
are
my
intricate.
medication,
It
it's still
will
the
take
same
time to
because it's
decipher.
still like got a week or two before like the mood shifts really happen. It's still like, oh,
Yes,
I
as a matter of
disassociate a bit
I
less, I
checked the
guess, I
surveillance
don't know.
cameras around Bloom Park again, and I noticed something strange.
Oh, whoa,
Something strange?
whoa.
There were no
I sound
cars.
like
Yesterday,
I'm
in the
dead
parking lot
tonight,
and the
I'm
streets in
sorry,
the
I'm
vicinity,
just,
there was not
it's a
single
combination
vehicle.
of I'm sick and I have to
Sure.
speak quiet.
I am.
That's all it
Then,
is.
how did the suspect move the corpse?
I've also had a
I
longish
have
day.
no idea.
You know, I've had to socialize today. But I mean, as I said, this game works for chillness. I don't always need to be yapping. They yap for me. That's fine.
Welcome back.
That's
I
fine.
brought her here after her
I'm
examination
coping.
was over.
Mizuki,
I've been drawing again.
has she said
For
anything?
some reason, my mum's
No,
splitting up
still
with her
can't talk.
boyfriend.
Was it okay for you to bring her here?
I've been feeling
I
like
got
drawing
permission
again
from the hospital.
ever since
Apparently,
then.
the hospital director has been poking a few of the nurses.
So
I
she
asked him
also
about
started
that, and
artwork
all
again
of a
too.
sudden, he
Actually,
seemed very
after that,
open to the idea.
That's not
That's
permission, it's
funny.
blackmail.
Same
it's
thing.
funny how things change
You know what you need to do now,
and
right?
things affect other things.
Sync with
I
her.
don't know. He no longer has to live rent free in my head. So you know, that's pretty cool. The sinker. It's the trauma somnium. It's the trauma somnium. Now we gotta decide: are we doing Iris route first, or are we doing Mizuki route first? That's what we gotta think about. The Traumium, the Traumium files. I mean, I think I said this last time, but Mizuki goes through so much across both games. It's pretty. We're just gonna let that pass by.
Date,
It's
look.
pretty much like the
It's
Traumium
the girl from that
files.
horror movie, coming out of the well.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mizuki route? Okay. Okay. Now I need to remember which one that was. No, I do. It's the letting the balloons. Wait, no, it's repairing the picture. Letting the balloons fly off is bad. That's the bad one. Because then it makes her think of the time with the
Searching.
thing and the
Classic. Alternative.
yeah.
Let's rock.
It's rock. I accidentally skipped that. I'm sorry, chat. Who would the exit? We love the exit. Oh no,
Interesting.
is this the?
This kind of furniture is often used for pile drivers in professional wrestling.
Now where on
They've
earth did
used
you
it
learn
for
that?
something else. They've used it for something else. Something similar, but something else. Oh my god.
You're asking me that now? I'm asking you to sync with Mizuki because we have no progress. Maybe Mizuki saw something at the scene. Maybe she went inside that merry-go-round to hide. But she isn't answering any questions. The only way to find out is to dive
She's
into her
12,
subconscious mind.
and
Don't
she
you
is
agree?
traumatized.
If we don't do it now, then when? This is exactly the kind of
Whoa.
situation Abyss was founded for. Besides, if you dive into Mizuki's subconscious, you may be able to help her.
That's
Her
true.
aphonia
He's
is
so
psychogenic.
father.
Physically,
He
she's fine.
fathers so
Her
hard he
injuries are mental,
mothers. And he mothers
which
so hard
is
he fathers,
understandable
you know?
after seeing her mother like that. You may be able to heal her, Date.
He's
You
like,
just have to sync with her.
I'm not high.
You're
I
the only one who
promise you,
can.
I have never taken a single drug that's not medicinal, and that doesn't count weed, in my life.
Renju Okiura is Mizuki's legal guardian. Did you get
I
permission
have
from
never
him?
taken weed.
I couldn't get in
I
touch
have
with him.
never taken
What? I thought he was being questioned
is
by a
it?
local unit.
Ketamine.
His questioning ended
I've never
around
taken
noon.
that. I've
He
never
hasn't been heard
taken
from
anything
since.
else. I've
Why
only
would
ever
he?
taken fluoxetine,
I don't know.
ibuprofen, cocodamol, paracetamol, ferrous fumarate. That's it, I think.
She's only 12.
Maybe whatever is in
Sure this is okay?
the ones that stop you from throwing up.
The machine is safe. I can guarantee that.
They're
You
called
have nothing to
Rens.
worry about.
Whatever's in those. I think they're British thing.
Hey, Peter.
I don't know
About
if
Iba.
America has those.
Did you do something
I
about
watched
her
a documentary
personality?
about Tylenol
Do
murders
something about it?
I wouldn't kill her to be more modest. Maybe a little more.
today. It came out
ladylike.
on Netflix recently, I
You
think.
dare reprogram
It
me,
was like
I will
in the
self-destruct
80s.
in your eye socket.
About 7 people
So
that
you
we
were
know
listening, huh?
took Tylenol as normal
vitals are
to
stable.
deal with like illness
Her
and what
EEG
have
is
you,
also
and then
stable.
they died
I
like
think we
almost
can
immediately,
proceed.
and it turned out there was cyanide in the Tylenol tablets they took. And there's like 8 confirmed bottles to have it, but they made a point of saying like those people that we know died were like 12 to 35. How do we know that like an elderly person didn't take it and they died, and they assumed natural causes because they don't usually test the body post-mortem for cyanide unless they have reason to suspect there's cyanide poisoning, you know? And that is like, oh shit, yeah. Like, how many people could have died from that, really? Surely it's more than 7 people that took the infected Tylenol, because you know that it was like in like Illinois, and like that's a big place with like hundreds of thousands of people, like, you know, that I don't know, I think there was probably, because it seemed to originate from the factory and someone in the factory, there was probably more than 8 bottles that were infected, you know what I mean? Like there was like probably like, I don't know, an entire batch, whatever that is, at least.
We are ready to begin.
Yes.
Date, go to the sync room.
Got it.
Anyway, morbid tangent aside, I never want to take
Agent
Tylenol
Date,
in my life.
Mizuki is
I never
reacting.
have, and now I never want
Her
to.
heart rate is rising. Her brainwaves are showing signs of disturbance.
It's interesting.
She
It's
may be
like
getting
there
nervous
wasn't
about the procedure.
a concrete answer on who did it
Try to
either.
calm her down.
Most of the true crime documentaries I watched, it's like,
do I
oh,
do
we
that?
caught this guy,
It's true that she can't
and
speak to you.
it's this guy, and he's
But
been
she
like
can't hear
convicted
you.
and what have you. But this was just
Try
like,
talking
it
with
could
her.
be this guy, well, it could also be
Sure
this
thing,
guy,
boss.
and it could also like not be this guy whatsoever. And it was very inconclusive. Like, they presented both sides, but I didn't know which one to believe. So I don't know who did it.
I know it
I'm not
looks
gonna
scary,
be an
but
armchair
trust me, there's
detective
nothing to be
about it.
afraid
I
of.
don't live in America.
There's no pain, no side
Yeah.
effects.
But
When
like,
this is all over, you'll go back to your
it's very
regular life like this
interesting.
never happened.
oh well.
I'm gonna be inside your head. I'll be looking for clues
I
about
didn't
the
live
culprit.
in America in the
Not only
80s, so
that,
there's probably factors I wouldn't
We
be
will
aware
also
of or
attempt
wouldn't
to discover
consider
the
if
cause
I
of
were to
Mizuki's
be
muteness and rectify
like
it.
someone trying to figure it
With
out.
her
So I'm just not
aphonia
gonna
cured,
bother.
we can ask her further
I'm just
questions
gonna let the
directly.
documentary tell me the thing. Then I'll be like, wow, that's scary. And then I'll go back
Mizuki,
to playing my silly little
I've never
games.
told you this, but I'm not an ordinary policeman. I belong to a
They
special investigation
said to
unit
check
called
for like
BIS. Advanced
because
Brain
the
Investigation
cyanide
Squad.
infected pills,
We explore
they
the
had
human
like a
mind with
brown ring
state-of-the-art technology
around the pill
research.
from the cyanide, so
There are a
I
billion kinds of
immediately, when I went
suspects
to
and
take my
persons of interest out there.
fluoxetine shortly after,
People
I
that lie,
immediately
people
checked
that don't say anything,
because I was
people that have
paranoid.
head injuries, or some that have deep mental wounds that keep them from talking. So
Yeah, check
how
for
do we get
brown
clues from
rings
these
on your
people? We have to
medication
get
chat.
inside their heads. The truth
Unless the
is in their
brown rings are
minds.
meant to be there. I
Our
don't
job is to
know
find
if
it.
you would take anything that would have that, but you know.
Sinking is what we call diving
This
into
poor
someone's
child.
subconscious mind. You sink deep down into their
Back
psyches,
to the game.
and you synchronize
This
with their
poor
true
child.
selves. People like me are called sinkers.
I'm
Sinkers
sorry,
enter
I'm
the
so
subject's
unfocused. I'm
subconscious,
so unfocused
which is a
tonight.
dreamlike state we call somnium. It's Latin for dream.
You know,
There are
things like
6 sinkers at
Tylenol are way
Abyss.
more
I'm one of
tamper-proof
them.
in stores. That's good. The one good thing about cases like that is they usually lead to safety improvements. It's just a shame that that's how we got there.
Hey,
Like,
Mizuki,
holy shit.
when this is all over, what should I
You have
say?
to get someone to unlock a case for you. Oh, I see. I don't know if... We gotta go with the stew.
Hey,
I don't
remember
know
when
if
we went last
we
time?
sell
You were
Tylenol
laughing
here.
about how
I've
it looked
never
like throw up,
seen it.
but it tasted so
You know,
good.
like we have
You were devouring
Cocodamol,
it.
we have
saying it
ibuprofen, we have
looked awful, but
paracetamol,
you
we have
loved it.
Migraleave.
Do you
You
not
know,
have
but
a more
I've
heartwarming
never seen
story,
Tylenol.
or
I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this.
Maybe that's why it's not sold outside of America, you know, that whole thing that happened. But,
Dante,
yeah.
get into position. Let's begin.
Oh, and Special Agent, I forgot to mention one thing.
Ooh,
I added a new
You got
feature to the
6
sync
minutes.
system.
Oh,
A new feature?
I invented
You'll
it.
learn more when you're synced. It's
I always
very
think of that
useful.
one Pewter voice line where he's just like,
Sure,
I
got
invented it. It's delivered in a way that tickles me. I invented it.
Dante,
Hey
ready?
girls, did you know that
Okay,
you only have 6
ready
minutes?
anytime.
Remember,
I've always,
Dante,
I think I made a
you have
tweet once
only
like,
6 minutes
she's
in
a
the
10,
Somnium world.
but she also has
Any
10
longer,
mental
and your
locks.
consciousness will be absorbed by the subject.
Yeah,
That can
I
apply
know.
to Amame in
I'll find a
Nirvana
lead
Initiative. I
and
think
get
she
out in
had
under
like
6
8 of them.
minutes.
She had so
counting on
fucking
you.
many, dude.
Well then,
And most of them
let's
were
begin.
expedition dumps. I always wanted to say that, yeah. I hope he gets to say it in the new game coming up, though I don't think there'll be a scenario in which he would, but like I hope someday he gets to say it. Oh my goodness. When your mental lock is like a big expedition dump with like eerie music, you know you're fucked, you know your life's over, you're cooked. You only have 6 minutes to not fucking die? Yeah, they're not exactly somniums, are they?
What was
It's
that?
weird.
Nothing.
Is it gonna be like...
I was merely trying to enter the scene like a
I
cybernetic
don't know,
assassin
is it gonna
from the
be like
future.
he
Well,
sinks
if you're trying to do that, you
into
have to do it
the
naked.
coffins
Is this
and
Bloom Park?
that
Lightning
shows
in a
up in
birdcage.
Iris's video
Maybe this is
feed and
representative
she...
of Mizuki's state of mind.
I don't
The
know.
fact that Shoko was killed here must weigh heavily on
I haven't
Mizuki's
been
heart.
analysing
Mizuki should be inside that column.
the media
To get
stuff
the
too
information we
closely.
need, we will have to deal with the lightning and the cage
I was
and
quite
get to
obsessive
Mizuki.
with Nirvana
Move
Initiative
fast.
and that
Our
was a
time
bit
is going to run
exhausting.
out.
Unnecessary.
All of my
Look
theories were
around.
incorrect anyway.
around?
Everyone's were.
This is the new feature of sync that Pewter mentioned.
It's so
You
funny.
can stop time?
Only
They,
when
were,
standing
they
still.
saw Ryuki and they
Time
were
is
like,
moving
oh, that's
incredibly
Falco
slowly.
when he was younger.
Currently,
It's so
you and I are
funny.
transmitting information at high speed. So it
I
only
mean,
appears as though time has stopped.
I see why people
Are you
thought that
familiar
that
with
was
the concept
Ace.
of time dilation?
The face is
It has to do with
very fucking
relativity, right?
similar, and
Two
then
people
one of
can
the
experience
trailers
time
baited
differently
us
depending on
by having
space-time.
Mizuki play
This is
Zero
similar to
Escape.
that.
The flow of time
And
in
everyone
Somnium
was
is different
expecting
than the real
like
world.
a Zero Escape
This can be
character to
useful.
show up because they had
can
the
only stay in
Among Us
Somnium for 6
costume
minutes, right?
guys as
But
well
with
from
this, you
Virtue's
could
Last
take your
Reward.
time and explore.
Let's get started.
They baited us harder that one.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Though apparently there is like Uchikoshi said something about a crossover game at some point, and we don't know what crossovers are gonna be what. So maybe it's like Somnium and Zero Escape, and it's like all a big tease, and it's all a big game to him, and he's messing with us, and we are his ARG. 100-line Somnium Files. I think I would shrivel up and die if I ever saw Konami Date in that art style. Not gonna lie. Not a fan of that art style, but 100-line does seem good,
Something must be
and I
done
really
about the
want to
lightning
play
that
it.
keeps striking the birdcage.
Lightning's
I
supposed to strike at
decided
the highest
I almost
point.
bought it this month, but I want to stream it, so I decided
An ice pick
I
piercing
will buy
Shoko's
it after I'm
photograph.
done with these games and then no sleep.
Iva,
Yes.
the speaker over there. It's shaking.
Okay, you have a point. there was that
see.
one Falco
It must be
artwork
connected
that
to
I
the ice
quite
pick.
like.
What do we do here?
That was quite
Healing
cool.
Mizuki should be your top priority.
I know.
The one, I think I linked to it, it was like, I think Raiko drew it. It was like Falco doing the red ultimate attack thing that they do. I don't know what it's
An
called.
ice pick stabbed into Shoko's photograph.
We pulled this
Right.
out. I
No
really
one
want
would
to
want to
push
see
it
their
back
mother
in,
like
but we
this.
pull it out.
It
I
keeps going.
remember.
What is this?
Something happened over there.
Also, Iba has such a cool entrance to the Somnium. I love going in free cam and taking shots in this one. The lighting's really cool. Like, it's a really good introductory thing.
The pillar became a lightning rod.
It looks like we can get to the birdcage now.
Our next step must be to remove it.
Oh, I just got reminded. Magic Cedra has
Date,
a boss
we got a
called
timing.
Birdcage, which
Timey?
Time,
and
induction,
in Nightmare
matter, and
mode it's one of the
encephalon.
worst bosses
You
I've
can
ever
think of it as an
fought.
item that affects the flow of time. Using
Mainly
this, you can
because
slow down or speed
it's
up
very
time in
RNG
Somnium.
dependent.
Is this another
Because
function
you
Peter
don't
had?
know if it's gonna
Correct.
use the big fuck you
Sounds like a
move
dream.
twice in a row and
Well,
kill
it
you.
is a dream. And because
Fucking
it is a
kill
dream,
you dead.
extraordinary things such as this
Oh
are
my
possible.
god. You
Got
need
it.
element resistance
I'll
for
try
that
to use
one.
it where I
I
can.
cleared it with element resistance. It basically burns you, and the burn does a lot of damage, and then it has attacks that like do more depending on how many are burned, I'm pretty sure, shit like that, you know. Sorry, my throat went. But I believe the control room.
The control room of the
I
merry-go-round.
think.
What is your plan once I am inside?
It is a control
Yeah.
room. Maybe we can do something in there.
I do
I
not
mean-
think it will be that easy.
You
Just
know
try
which
it.
move is being used. It tells you like in text like which move it's using, and you can read even during the battle. You can bring up an information screen that tells you all of its stats, all of its resistances, and
Didn't
what
expect to see
each of
this
its
inside.
attacks do. But you don't know exactly what's
I do
coming
not see an
before it
exit
happens,
either.
I guess.
But there's something suspicious here.
Yeah, my strat was just
see
element
2
resistance,
bird cages.
portraits,
Looks like there's something
and
inside them. Take a look.
hoping and praying I kill it fast enough. This one. This
A
is the
bird
one.
cage.
This is
There are
the
ripped
big
pieces of
one.
paper inside.
Lift. Oh wait, wait. Yeah.
All right, leave it to me. It is heavier than it looks.
She's just like me for real. This is me lifting anything.
Nothing happened.
All I did was move the cage.
Who uplifting their birdcage?
There are torn pieces of
There
paper.
is a worse
Agent
boss
Date,
after
you've got
Birdcage
5
Witch
minutes.
that's like Birdcage Witch 2. Not actually, it's Needle Witch, but she took me some weeks. She took me some weeks. And then I got stuck on another boss weeks after that. For weeks after that. And now I've beaten them all, and now I have nothing to do apart from daily stuff until the new content comes out. I'm very excited about the new content. Not in Nightmare mode, but
Leave it to me. I enjoy
they're
puzzles
bringing
like
out
this.
Chaos mode for those that have beaten Nightmare mode. So now I'm gonna have to beat all of them again, but harder, and I'm gonna have a mental breakdown.
But-
Anyway. This is such a cute drawing. I hope we get more like artwork like that in the new game, because I don't think Nirvana Initiative had any 2D artwork like
You were able
this.
to get out?
If I recall, there was like the most I remember is like the picture book in that one Kizuna Somnium. I think that was her only Somnium, but you know. Ooh, I knocked my controller.
Mizuki
This
must
makes
be
me
having
so
a hard time.
sad.
But the
This
cage is
Somnium
gone.
makes me so
We can get to
sad.
Mizuki
This
now.
poor child.
Do you not see the horses
No.
spinning at hurricane speeds?
You can do it if you try a little.
No, you
We
can't.
need to stop the panda
Alright,
head.
fine. We have to
The
stop
panda's
spinning.
going too crazy. I also like how they kind of hint at you, like what you gotta do, because they briefly show the panda spinning. Yeah,
Panda head is
the tutorial's
spinning.
sad, but it's sad in a way that you only know how sad it is when you've beaten the
Why?
game.
Maybe it's
through
like the speaker
before.
before.
I
Yeah,
see. These were
I
also
love
linked.
things that are like
That's right.
much better the next time you view it, you know? Like the Madoka movie, Rebellion. It's so much better on a second
Mizuki!
watch
Let's go to her.
because
Got
you
it.
know what's going on. So you're able to see all the foreshadowing, and Nirvana Initiative is the same. It's really cool trying to figure out like, okay, this was in the past, this was in the future, you know, that was really cool.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
It's Mizuki!
This was a clean run, chat, this was a clean fucking run. Clean Somnium Files sweep. Morbius sweep. Do you remember Morbius? I thought about Morbius the other day. Sorry, I'll let her cry it out, hold on. You think she's also thinking about Morbius? Do you think she'd like Morbius? I've never actually seen Morbius, but it's just such an interesting phenomenon to me. You follow the guy who inadvertently made the "it's morbing time" meme? That is such a peak reaction. Oh, I started a cultural phenomenon, sorry. It's just, what was it about Morbius that made people latch onto it so hard? Like, was it that terrible that it was like The Room levels of memeable? Or was it just like collective hysteria? Yeah, it's just, as the Minecraft movie was that, but I don't think it got as like big as Morbius, right, in terms of cultural phenomenon. Though it does line up with the whole sweet spot of just shitty enough to be memorable. That's the Minecraft movie. That's like, it's bad, but I liked it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, the meme moment, the water bucket release text popping up on the screen, like, oh, that was so.
Looks like she can
I
talk
love
again.
that. Oh, the family. Yeah. The videos on Twitter where it's just one guy filming it and there's no reaction. That's so fucking good. I think it's because they waited too long. It was like after the initial screening stopped, which was like a month. And if you know modern meme culture, you know memes die within that time. And everyone was already sick of like lava, chicken jockey, you know. I think if they'd have done that within like the first week, which they easily could have, with how lazy the editing was, they easily could have. I think it would have been like, you know, maybe more of a thing. Maybe more people would have been like, woo, let's do the block party meme along, woo. Maybe the second movie, because they've confirmed a second movie. Maybe the second movie will like release with an alternate type of screening. I don't know. Is this when he's like picture an egg?
Oh, that. I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
Most likely someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's Somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person.
I know
Of
people
course,
joked
not
about
everything we see in our
Garrett
dreams
and
looks exactly
Steve
the same
in
as
that
it did in the
movie
real
having
world.
gay sex
You
and
saw
what
some
have you.
strange things in Somnium earlier.
But I wasn't
didn't you, Dante?
expecting the actual movie itself
That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in
to
reality. Dreams are a
have them
collage of
almost
many
69
memories
in the air.
intertwining and blending with each other.
Like,
Your
that
skills
was-
as a sinker allow you to
That was an
untangle those
interesting
dreams
scene
and
to
solve
witness
mysteries
in
no
the
one else
cinema
can.
with my family. Yeah. Anyway, let's
In a
let the
normal
gay
dream,
scientist
the
talk
person
through that.
experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly
It's very
different
sad
during
that
sync.
we
The
lost
sinker
Tribe 9
dives into the subject's
the
mind
end
and
of service
experiences
gods.
their subconscious thoughts.
because
But this dream
there
is
was like a
experienced as
Pewter
an observer,
lookalike in that game,
as though you were
and I thought
watching
that
a
was
play.
really cool.
The
Like,
subject
wow,
is the author,
Somnium Files
director,
referencing
and
this
actor.
gacha game.
The sinker
You know,
is
that was
merely
cool.
the audience.
I really wanted to play Tribe 9, but now I know it's going to die and be like unfinished. It makes me like not want to play it, you know?
Aiba is linked to your brain
That
with
just
an
makes me
artificial
feel
nerve.
sad about it.
To put it more simply, Aiba is a part of your brain. During syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's Somnium. Part of Aiba's self is also synced, but only
I love
a
this
part.
music, I love this
Not
entire
all of Aiba's
soundtrack.
functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Aiba is so dumb.
Don't call me dumb.
Oh, the girls are fighting.
Hey,
The
Pewter,
girls are
when we were in Somnium
fighting.
earlier, Aiba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Aiba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
What part of that was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Aiba's
Imagine
broken.
trying to
She's
be
talking crazy.
Tsundere,
I am
but
not
the person
broken.
you're being Tsundere to
Perhaps
is literally
Aiba
within your
admires the
brain,
human
reading
form.
your
It's
thoughts.
not that.
You just can't win.
It was just a little
You
something.
lose. You tried to be
consider Kaname
Tsundere in that
Date to be my
situation, you
host.
just
I owe him
lose.
gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would
He's
make
so
him happy.
stupid.
Why would that make me happy?
He's still trying it. He's so stupid. He's
Peter.
lost.
Who do you think the culprit is?
Well, let's see. Perhaps it was you, Special Agent Date.
What?
Dun dun dun.
I'm kidding.
I mean, that could have been. Sorry, big yawn. I know. That could have been plausible when you think about it, because unreliable narrator.
What's
you know,
inside this?
we never
Sometimes
see
a
him
cleaning
sleep
lady
in
is
this
hiding
game.
inside.
You could make the argument
That's
that when
disturbing.
he sleeps, he becomes the Joker and kills people. You know. I don't do that. I would never do that. Right, chat? We all believe that.
Yeah, I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her.
Who's ready for
Well,
another 1
you
hour
meaning
stream?
you and
'Cause I'm
Ida.
fucking
The
like
boss has
tired as fuck.
extraordinary
Who's ready?
perception.
Who's ready?
I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
3 streams
All you
in.
did was follow my
We're only
instructions.
like 3 hours into the game.
Date, Mizuki needs you.
This
Protect
is
her.
going well. We're totally gonna make that No Sleep for Konami Date release. If push came to shove,
Right, there was
because I'm
something.
playing that on release day, right?
Hey,
So if push
Mizuki,
came to shove,
when we found you,
I
you were
just
holding
streamed
the
the
ice
new
pick,
game
right?
immediately and then finished the other
Can you
ones
tell us
later,
why?
you know?
When I got there, the ice pick was. It was stuck in my mom's eye.
I will
I
try and
couldn't
power
think
through this
straight.
game, so this
The
week.
only thing I could think was
I
I had to get it out.
I'll be streaming more, I'll
So
be powering
you
through these
panicked and
more.
pulled it out.
I'll try
Yeah.
to be more
And you
awake.
held on to it when you hid in the
I'll
column.
try not to be
Yeah.
fucking dying when I stream.
No need to report
Holy
specifics.
fuck.
We saw it all from here in the control room. What the sinker sees in
Yeah.
Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all
I
recorded.
am looking into your mind.
Isn't it incredible?
Crow can't
I
conjure
invented
an
it.
apple. There it is! There
we
it
know
is!
about the figure you saw.
I invented it.
I wonder who that could be.
I invented it. Oh, that's so good.
How would I know?
Wait.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it. Isn't it incredible? I invented it. Isn't it incredible? I invented it. Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
We still don't
Anyway.
have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent.
Sorry, I was stimming off that. Fuck. I invented
just
it.
one more question. This is very
I
important.
invented it.
When you pulled out the ice pick, was
I
Shogo's eye
invented
still there?
it.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye
Isn't
socket
it
was
incredible?
empty.
I invented it.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
invented
Mizuki.
it.
That was very
Fuck.
helpful.
Boss shines in moments like this. She doesn't hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye.
When we got to the scene, it was definitely missing.
And it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore
Just
conclude
like
it has been
my
removed from the
father
scene.
from when I was a child. I'm joking. He never came back with the milk.
Can I pop this cherry?
Date, you sounded quite proud of that pun. Perhaps you'd like to repeat it?
That
No,
Iber
thanks.
line was delivered
It's not the same
perfectly.
as the first time.
This poor man. Well, I would say this poor man, but he deserved that. He 100% deserved that reaction.
I'm fine now. But I didn't forget your promise.
I promise?
Yeah,
Stu,
I
you
love
said you'd take
the
me.
voice
So you
direction
heard
in
that, huh?
general in this game is
Aphonia
like
only
incredible.
affects speech.
I invented it.
Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure,
I
Mizuki.
invented it.
We're all done here.
It's the best line in this game. I invented it. I'm
I
obsessed.
told you I'm fine.
It's always in my
So
head, just
annoying.
randomly. It's like, I invented it.
I annoyed you already, huh?
The pressure is annoying.
What pressure?
Force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
I see she
Pascal,
is
like
back to her
from Nier
usual self.
Automata?
Her
Like the
attitude
guy
is
that,
within normal
that
parameters.
plays
I think I liked her
Mandalorian
better when
Man
she was silent.
from Team Fortress 2.
I can't tell you
Why not?
because I don't want to.
That's not a reason. You were at the scene of the crime because of that Nile message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime
Bro,
suspect.
she's 12. She's grieving.
I don't
She's
think she is
12
going
years
to
old.
answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk. That's the kind of girl she
I bet
is.
she's in more than a mood.
Sometimes I think
She
you know her better
lost
than I
her
do.
mother.
How long do you think I've been observing?
It's been 4
This
years now.
poor child.
Correct.
This poor
I know
child.
things that even you do not know.
Like? Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
Uh-oh.
By the way, we
foreshadowing.
already looked into Mizuki's cell
Wee
phone.
woo, wee woo, foreshadowing
Unfortunately,
alert.
the
Wee
contents
woo,
were
wee
wiped.
woo.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
They need to
Say,
get
Mizuki,
4chan on that shit.
what was
They'd
that
solve
figure I
any
saw?
murder mystery case.
What?
In
Do you remember when
Somnium,
they
in your
found
dream,
like
I saw a
Shia
silhouette.
LaBeouf, like his art project from like
Dante,
a singular
Mizuki
room,
would not understand the question.
and there was like a pixel
She does not
of the
experience
window
somnium as you
outside,
do.
and they
You are
like
witnessing a dream
they
inside her
found
brain.
his art project. They like tracked that shit down, and they
Never mind.
griefed him
Did you see
They
anyone at the
Minecraft
merry-go-round the
griefed
night you
him.
found Shoko?
in real life.
I did. I saw
That's
someone
some scary fucking shit.
in the corner past the
Like how
merry-go-round.
and
What
why?
did you see?
I don't know. It was
The
dark
purple
and raining.
man.
They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was
He
open a
always
little bit,
comes
so I
back.
snuck in.
I wish Saito always came back. Maybe he does, and we just don't know.
Anyway, I get the story.
Do you
Mizuki
ever
witnessed a
wonder
suspicious
if,
person at the scene,
like,
but she didn't get a good look at them.
it's gonna be a plot
Maybe there's
point,
something at the
maybe,
scene we
where
missed.
the
Date,
people
could you
they
return to
see
the
in
scene of the
Somnium
crime?
get stored
There might be more to
digitally.
Bloom Park than we first thought.
What if we have a glitch trap situation? You know? You ever think about that? Like, you could store someone's data digitally from a Somnium. You can make them an AI. You could make them you could put them in someone's brain. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. He's got the gloomy look because she saw Mum die. Oh boy. Me when I'm barely stringing sentences together. Hello, chat. Oh, I love the lighting in this game. It's so good. I wish we kept like. I wish we had like the Nirvana Initiative models and animations with this lighting. It looks so good. And I know like Konami Date's hair color changes
Somewhere
constantly in
around
this
here,
lighting.
right?
Yep.
But I mean, it's really pretty. It's really scenic and cinematic and like cool. Does the Sky Grandma appear in this scene? No wait, that's a plane. No wait, that's a drone. No wait, just the grandma. That grandma is booking it for the night sky. What if he saw a real grandma? What if that grandma was an alien? What if that's like a nice, like, foreshadowing, you know? Turbo Granny, except she can fly. What was it? The DreamWorks film Turbo with like the snail?
You saw that person standing here, right? A man?
Yeah.
I kind of thought
What was
of
he
that,
doing?
but
I
as a
don't know, it was
grandma,
dark. But
I don't know how that would
I
work.
think he was watching me. He was standing there in the rain with no umbrella. But I don't remember anything else. I got scared and went to hide inside the column.
So, the like Cars craze
Yeah, I do.
from the
What do you
late
remember?
2000s and early 2010s.
I went to this amusement park when I was little.
Um,
I was 4. I remember it so
like,
clearly.
everyone's like,
where
oh, that the first few
I saw
movies,
my
like
mom and
the
dad
first
smile.
movie, it was like good, you
I had
know.
so many happy
But I
memories
can't.
here.
I've
The only
tried
happy
watching it
memories
because
I
my
really
little
have
brother
are
was
from
into
here.
it. I've tried watching
Memories
it,
of my family are
even if the
so
story was like
bright and
Chef's
colorful.
Kiss masterpiece.
But now,
I wouldn't be able to get
this is where
into it
Mom,
because they're cars with their headlights being eyes and like their mouths. I can't I can't get into Owen Wilson as a car owner. I'm sorry. Unless we think about cars biology, better don't worry about it. Yeah, there's so many like questions here. The lighting in this game kind of reminds me of fucking Season 1 Drag Race. I see what you mean, because it's like the
Nothing.
sort of dreamy,
just wondering where this goes.
slightly blurry, slightly like as if you're like you have an astigmatism in your eye. You know, you're barely seeing anything clearly. It's a bit like
What's
that.
past here?
This leads
Yeah.
to the subway.
A subway?
It has, of course,
Dawn of
closed
the
down.
Dragon,
It is no longer in service.
the third entry
This is due to the
in the
explosion
Legend
at
of
the chemical
Spyro
plant 20 years
franchise,
ago.
one of my favorite game
The surrounding
franchises
district
actually,
of Kawasaki
no
was
joke.
contaminated and declared
Dawn of
off
the
limits.
Dragon has lighting like
Bloom
that,
Park
and I
closed for
love
the
it
same
because
reason.
it works.
As
Because
did
it's a
all
mystical
commerce and industry
fantasy
in
game.
Kawasaki.
And
This
it looks
means the
really
railroads
nice
and
in
public
Avalar,
transportation to
where
and
it's
from
like this
area were shut
lush
down as well.
green waterfall field. It's so good.
The subway. Iba.
And
Does
there's
the
like
entire
mystical
track run
music with a
underground?
choir playing, and you can just
No,
free fly
The
around
track leading northward from Bloom
with
Park
either Cinder
eventually
or
rises to
Spyro
ground
following
level.
you, depending on who you're playing
At
as.
a railroad crossing?
Because you could switch between the two of them.
Correct.
I was
Then
amazed.
the tracks must
Cinder
cross
was
the
like
surface street at some point.
one of my favourite Blorbos
Correct.
ever when I was 11. It explains a lot, doesn't it? But yeah,
Iba, do me a favor.
Can
Can you see if any cars were driving
Good
on that
game.
surface street last night?
You should
Searching.
play the Legend of Spyro trilogy.
Hey,
Very
you've been
good
quiet
games.
for a long
You can
time, you
emulate
okay?
them quite easily.
I'm just thinking.
I've got something.
Dawn of the Dragon,
picked
I
up a
recommend the
single vehicle
PS2
traversing that street
emulation. I
last
think
night.
that works the
A
best.
black SUV.
Or the
I ran
PS3.
the
The
plate through the
PS3 might
vehicle
work still.
registration database to
I
find
don't
the
know.
owner.
I
Who was
haven't
it?
really tried PS3
Shoko
emulation that
Nadami's
much. I tried it for
ex-husband and
Sonic
Mizuki's
06.
Renju Okura.
Sonic 06 barely runs on emulation. So there's that. It's just fucking broken. It's a broken ass game.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down
Sonic
station and
06
carried
barely
Mom's body
runs
to the
on
park?
emulation, but
I
you
can't
repeat
prove it was
yourself.
Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
You know what, you're right.
Yeah,
It's ironic
But,
because
in any case,
Sonic,
I know that the
It's all
suspect
about
must have used the
running.
subway tracks. That
and
explains
yet
why
in
there were no cars parked near the
2006,
scene.
he
Using
did
that
not
subway
run.
station, he could take
Let
the
me
body
tell
right
you,
to
he
the
did not
merry-go-round
run.
without being caught on camera.
Oh my god.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Sonic 06 did not run.
Either way, I have
so
to talk to
that
Renju.
Sonic Forces
help me
could
find him.
run. Switching to Sonic Adventure 2. Entire. Oh my god, the loading screens. Okay. This is cursed because it has not aged well. But my first exposure to Sonic 06 was the Game Grumps playthrough. Yeah. Yeah. So in my youth, in my teenage
Mizuki,
years,
Renju sent
I
you
was a
that
very
now
big
message, didn't
JonTron fan actually.
you? I got this buddy of
I
mine.
tried to be a
Real
game
bad
reviewer,
personality,
funny
real good at
haha,
technology.
angry video game
Got some
nerd
help from
clone
them.
actually.
Bad personality.
That
There was a
channel's
message
been
sent
wiped.
to 805 last night. Does it sound familiar?
I
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious.
I had a bit of a crush
Please
on
come to Blue
JonTron, but
Park's
I was like
merry-go-round right away.
15,
Daddy needs your help.
so it was
Please
just
do
a
as I
cringe
say.
thing. Cringe celebrity crush thing, really.
Yeah, that was it. It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say
Fucking
anything
hell.
because that would make Daddy a suspect, so
So you kept
Yeah.
quiet.
What's crazy
Yeah.
is,
my dad's never
so
said anything like
there
that
was this
to me,
group of
ever.
YouTubers called
That
Hidden
he was
Block,
counting on me?
and it was like
I had
Kadikarus,
to
Pro
go.
Jared,
But you invited
Uh-oh.
Ota along.
people
Blue
like
Park
that,
is in the middle
and
of
they
the
would like,
Kawasaki district.
they had like these forums
There are a number
where
of homeless
people could
individuals
post their
in a
own
high crime
content,
rate
and
there.
sometimes they'd get featured
Mizuki
if the
must have been worried about
big
going alone.
YouTuber guys watched it and liked it. And so I was in like a community of people, and we talked on Skype, and some of them actually went on to be like semi-famous YouTubers. Like there's Boku no Eruption. He was someone I've talked to. There was Caniper. That was someone I talked to back then. Rasputin. That was someone. Like they've actually, they're kind of semi-successful. There's also, this is a bit more of a less innocent story. There's like a fan music guy who does like music for games and franchises. I'm not going to specify what because that would make him easier to find. But when I was 15, he like faked his suicide, and I was traumatized from that because like I tried to message him and help him, and he was basically like fuck you and blocked me, and I thought he killed himself, and I thought I fucked it up. And that guy has now a semi-successful music career. And I don't know whether to say anything about it
Think about
because
a
that
week
was
ago,
like
when I went
over
to hang
10
out at
years
Lemnisky.
ago.
Did you notice anything different
So
about
now
him?
it's just kind of awkward,
Nothing really.
and it's
He was the
something I
same as
can't
usual.
forget,
And he didn't come
and
to
I
see you in the
can't
hospital,
forgive,
did
but I
No.
also can't really
Even
do
for his
anything
son
about, and I don't really want to
That is very
cancel
unusual.
him because he might have changed. I don't know if like he was depressed and he needed help. But like, oh boy.
But it couldn't be him.
he? Why not?
Yeah.
Daddy couldn't have
I'm
sent
also
the
not
message.
sure on
Someone else
how
must have
old
used his
he
phone.
was back then because he sounded
his
like one
car.
of the younger
Daddy
ones.
wasn't driving the car either.
But he was
Somebody else did
in,
it.
along with me, a group of
The
bronies
killer did it, not
who
Daddy.
The only evidence
went
we
on
have
to
so
groom
far
me,
leads to one
uh,
conclusion.
through that Skype
The
group.
cell phone and
So,
the car
like,
were both operated
I'm
by
hoping
Renju
he wasn't
Okura.
an adult back then, because he would have been complicit in that. But it's like, it's an awkward,
I don't remember. It was a while ago.
complicated
What
situation
about you?
that just kind
about
of
me?
sits there
You tried
in my
calling him.
brain,
I did.
and I don't know what
Called
to do
earlier, and I
about
tried a
it.
few times last night.
I don't know
And he didn't pick
what
up?
I can do about
No.
it, you know? If I contacted him now and said, hey, it's me from back then, and asked for answers,
Incoming call
I
from
don't
the
know
boss.
if he'd respond, I don't know
Connected.
if he'd remember.
Hey, I just got the report from Iva.
The Hidden Block group wasn't like that though. They were
It's definitely
chill content
suspicious.
creator guys. They put up with my cringe teenage self. And they were quite nice to me, but not in a creepy way. I was one of those annoying, obnoxious teenagers online that always wanted attention because I barely got it from people I needed it from. So they pull up with me in the Skype call every day, being my emo self, and you know, I appreciate that, I guess. God knows, like, what, I don't know.
Renju's house.
They were probably like, God, this fucking kid is talking about Pokemon and Minecraft again.
Where could he be?
I don't know.
Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday.
Anyway, if you're a kid online, hang with other kids. I would say that's the safest option, and probably the best option. Yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy seeing, like, people I talk to. Yeah. Yeah, you're lucky to have friends. See, the friends that were my age, they weren't people I talked to on Skype, they were people I roleplayed with on forums. I was in a forum roleplay for it was like
So
a
Renju
big
was questioned at a local
Disney
station?
crossover
That's right.
multi-fandom
Then why didn't you
roleplay,
keep
but
him there?
only Disney fandom,
Nothing we could do.
called
He wasn't a suspect then,
Disney
and
World
nothing
of
to charge
War,
him with. We couldn't hold him.
and it was like the the Outlanders from The Lion King, you know, they were evil obviously, and they took Kiara, and Kiara ran away and became evil with them. And there was also like other characters from other Disney movies involved, and it was like there was a villain side and there was a hero side, and then the villain side eventually split up into human villains and animal villains, because there was like a bit of a spat there, and that was interesting. And yeah, it was fun. Like, you know, you got to sort of imagine these characters interacting with each other. Like, I had Coda from Brother Bear befriend Red Eye the bear from, I believe he's from Fox and the Hound. I can't remember what that bear is from. But it's interesting. And then people would take like voiceless, nameless side characters and essentially make them their OC. You know, they would assign like a name and a personality to them, and you know, it was fun. There was a lot of drama in that group. Unfortunately, I wasn't involved in any of it. It was stuff that happened outside in other forums they roleplayed in, and they brought it into there, and the group eventually split apart, and the roleplay eventually died, I believe. I think they eventually made
boss.
a new forum, and then I
know
went
if
to
you
look
find
at it,
something.
and it was like gone.
You too.
You know, that the domain had died.
Where the hell did Renju go?
I think the old site might still be there, but the new forum gone. White.
Sunpoke?
What?
I'm so sorry I haven't been
Sunpoke
talking about
or
the game at all
something.
in the past
Oh,
like hour.
Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that
I
place.
barely talked
It's a
about the
maid
game
cafe
this
that he
session, I'm
runs.
sorry, it's a ramble
I found
night, you know.
Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast
Do, 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 do.
in Akihabara.
But yeah, it's crazy watching like content creators or people aiming to be content creators that I talked to when I was 15 actually become like known content creators. It's really funny, and sometimes I think, do you think they remember me? Do you think they remember like my cringe self? Though I had a different username back then, so if they did, it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't know.
Can't be.
Do, 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 do. Ooh. You could say he's off the hook. You know, he's off the hook for being a suspect, you know, he's off the hook. Well, he's on the hook, actually. But...
Renju!
I shouldn't make jokes in this scene, it's fucked up. Yeah. He looks really hot in this scene though. Date, I mean, Renju if you're into that, I guess, but Date, like, he looks really hot in that scene. Do you ever just think, like, damn, why did I say that? Music.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend
No.
was murdered, boss. I don't
No
have it in me
sleep
to
for
sleep right
Konami
now.
Date. Mizuki would turn him into a red mist. There'd be no biological matter left. He would just be gone. Kaboom! But in a different way to explosion end. This would be implosion end. He would just like... No, someone should edit the fucking logo for No Sleep and just put no Konami Date. Okay, we're gonna look at the files. We're gonna look at the Somnium Files. There's Iris. She likes Let's Plays, so that's good. That's good. Her birthday's like almost a month before mine. It's only off by like 2 days. There's her mother. Oh, her birthday was recently. Oops. She dislikes antisocial people, however, so she'd hate me. Plays a video game involving shooting down alien invaders. Space invaders? Because that's a bit... There are many games like that. I assume they mean Space Invaders. Tofu! You gotta send me tofu pictures, dude. Ota's birthday is coming up. That's pretty cool. Anyway. Dislikes witches. She would love Madoka Magica. She would love that. Everything that witch does. It's like she wrote it there. Because I'm pretty sure, like, Konami Date writes these. But that dislike section for Mayumi, it's like she temporarily possessed him. It's so funny. Yes, I invented it. Dislikes bugs. L. Wait, he dislikes bugs, but Iba loves bugs. Why'd he program that? Dislikes cats. That's fucked up. Dislikes Cyclops. I don't blame him, actually. I don't blame him. Oh, wait, we gotta go back to BL. This is the most important file in this game. This is the most important Somnium file right here. Anyway. The end system. Is this a real thing? I wonder, is it actually called this? One of my mum's exes was really into conspiracy theories about the Illuminati, but not in a healthy way. He believed all of them. He believed all those YouTube videos with the creepy stock music and the grammatically incorrect text popping up on the screen. He believed all those, and he was just like out of his mind. He was one of those convinced that the London Olympics would be like a nuke going off in London. It was interesting. He was like, oh no, they're foreshadowing that they're gonna nuke London when the Olympics start. Like, where are you getting that from? Where are you getting that from, your asshole? Oh no. TOA, time of arrival. We love all the fucking Somnium Files. Remember when Date said, "I'm used to sinking"? That was a pun. Date is a sinker at Abyss, which is why he made that comment. It's better to come in the sink than to sink in the cup. I'm surprised he didn't write that in there. There's a furry event in VR chat going on soon. I think it's like a convention you have to get tickets for, but it's called like Somna, and I keep reading it as Somnia. And like, yeah, Somnia Files. Oh! Jump scare. Jump scare. Jump scare. Whoa, jump scare. I invented it. Anyway. Oh yes, we have the most important Iber on a horse. This is the most important Iber photo. And then we have Mizuki, the Mizonki. I'm glad they didn't go with the red shirt. That would just make her look like a pepperoni pizza. She would be like Garfield coded, you know? Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but I'm just saying, like, you know, the red of the pepperoni, the red of the tomato sauce, and then the yellowness of the cheese. She's McDonald's! She's McDonald's Mizuki. Right there. I guess they transferred the red to like her boots, but that works. You know, that works in a really interesting way. Like, it's not like too much that it clashes with the yellow like it does on the shirt, you know? It's like, colors are interesting. And now we can make the argument that she wears some black underneath to copy Date, but she would never like admit that, you know? Her coat's even kind of similar. She wants to be just like him. Anyway, I'm gonna save. Also, I like how this tragic piano music has been playing like this whole time. I'm gonna end the stream here, chat, because I'm absolutely going insane, batshit loopy, and I can't form a proper English sentence, but you know, I did stream for like an hour, 20 minutes. That's not bad, is it? I will try and stream this game for longer though in future. I'm so sorry I've been so crap with streaming lately. I go for an hour and I'm like, I don't have anything else to say. I don't know. But yeah, I had fun at least. Have a good night, chat. Remember not to eye your Somnium File too much.